about how do you keep the fire alive?
Yes,
the fire in the relationship when you've been together for some time, when you've kind of fallen into a rut, you have a routine, you know, it's kind of like these are the things that we like, which is great. You guys have your things, right? You walk the dog every day at 6 o'clock. You do your thing. But how do you keep things exciting? Like, what are some things that you can do, some things to think about that can, you know, spark things up and get the relationship revitalized, you know, all those type of things.
Back on track, right.
What are the everyday, maybe no cost, the low cost type of things that you can do to kind of create that bond and to continue to allow the relationship to flourish?
Right.
So one of the things we were talking about was like literally having date night. Having a date night, a spontaneous date night. Babe, talking. Almost time to get off of work. When we get off tonight, let's go out. I made dinner reservations at this restaurant. Right? Typically, you going to the gym, you're picking up the kids, you're doing, I don't know,
and I
the
know
things that you do.
A lot of girls out there will say, you don't have time. You've been married for so long. You mentioned you have kids. You have to do all of these.
It's
but
a
you
Thursday.
have to find time.
You do.
For you and your boo.
Yes.
You know, because what brought you together has to keep you together.
It is.
You know, you had dates before.
Yes.
You had dates before the kids, before, you know, working out and doing all these other things that take up time. But date night is important. And it doesn't have to be outside of the house if you don't have time.
Exactly.
You put the kids to bed.
And I also think that having one that is not routine, like it's great to say, okay, you know what, every Friday night is our date night. And maybe you do something different, or maybe you plan one week, I plan the other. But I think also having spontaneous, like, hey, babe, tonight I know that typically we would go to Bible study. I don't know. But, you know, tonight we're going to actually take the night for ourselves. Like, I'm going to pick you up at this time. Be ready. Smell good. I can't wait to see you. Like, that to me would be like, oh my gosh, like, this is out of nowhere. You care that much about me. Let me go put on my cute dress. You know, my man trying to take me out. Like, the build up from something like that, because it's so unexpected, I think would ignite something that would take me back to in the beginning of our relationship. Like when we were courting each other and, you know, you kind of had those butterflies and whatnot. Because it's not necessarily something that you do all the time. Or you can cook together. Yes. Like you can get together. You can get like those Hello Fresh or the Blue Apron type of meals where you have the chop, you have the chef and the sous chef. Girl, if he can't cook, just tell him to talk to you and entertain you the whole time. But
pull it up on your iPad, pull up a nice recipe.
Yeah, it's bonding.
It's bonding time. You're in the kitchen, you're cooking, and you're talking.
And you cute, girl. And you're ain't nothing sexier than a woman that can cook. Let me tell you, I ain't a man, but I know that is sexy right there.
And you're doing these things that you forgot in the beginning, you know, or what really will keep this relationship or the fire going.
Or, you know what? Neither one of you can cook. Why don't you go take a cooking class together? That you know, something that you know is. I think the whole thing is like doing things that are together, doing things that are outside of your typical spectrum of what you do. So maybe cooking is not your thing, and that's not his thing, and we don't want to burn anybody's kitchen down. So we
fix a sandwich,
you know? Fix a sandwich together. Who can make the best hoagie? Like you know, come up with something creative.
Plan a picnic.
Yeah,
you can plan a picnic. All these things that we have forgot. That will keep that spark going. And it does not have to be, you know,
elaborate. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
You can move the table. You can move the table out the way. Put a blanket down. You can have a picnic in your house. In your living room. You can create like a little hut, and it's like we're going to watch TV. I have the popcorn. We are going to finally look at this movie that we said that we were going to watch that we haven't had a chance to do together.
Yes. Weekend getaways. It can be, you know, pack a bag. That hotel that we said that we wanted to try out, that's maybe an hour away. You're able to, you know, have conversation in the car. You're able to bond. You're able to go to a place that's outside of your normal setting. You know, you can see that
just the two of you.
That spark in your eye that you had for that person in the beginning is very different because now you're in a different element. feeling all romantic and stuff, girl, pull up.
And we all remember, as couples, we had a favorite song.
Yes.
So you need to research what that song was. When was the last time that you heard that favorite song that kind of reminded you of your boo, of your husband, or whoever, and play it. You know, it could be on. You can send it. We have technology now that you can send that favorite song through a text message.
Girl, look, get on Instagram, take a photo, because you'll never send them photos in the middle of the day. Look, put a music that goes to it. Babe, I'm gonna send you this because I was thinking about you, and send your face. Like
quick video,
right? You can do so many different things, like being creative and really understanding like what that person likes. But I think even more,
or start a hobby together. That's a good one. You can start a hobby together. If he enjoys something, you know, smoking cigars, wine tasting, you can enjoy that with him or with her, whichever you prefer, and you can do it together. And that's something that you can do together. You can sit outside,
wanting to be with that person. And I think the trick of the matter is understanding that there's always someone who may be checking for your mate, right? There's always someone who wants what you have. And so being appreciative is also taking that extra step to really show that person that you appreciate them, showing them that you want to be in that relationship. Relationships are a choice every single day, right?
And so you have to work at it.
And working at it is maybe going outside of your comfort zone, or going back to your creative side and figuring out how I can show that person that I appreciate them and I love them. What is something that they are going to appreciate, and what is something that is going to, boost the morale of your relationship? Girl, get your boo.
Get your boo. Especially if you're an empty nester. If you're older and you're in the crowd where your kids are gone to college or things like that. So you really have no excuse to put that fire back into your relationship of doing the small things that will keep it going, that will keep him or her inside of your own yard.
Because the grass is greener over here.
That's what they say. But you jump that fence and you might walk into
that's fake grass. Don't go up to that fake grass.
So there are so many things that you can do to kind of keep that spark and that fire.
Think about the person. What are they going to appreciate? What is something that you may have done before that you can get back to? And what is it that is going to make that person smile? What is something that you may have been putting off that you haven't actually done? Keeping the spark going with that person who you ultimately want to invest your time in.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
All right. Love the one you with.
Let us know some things that you've done so that you can ignite that fire. All right. Until next time. Bye guys. Fingers.